Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the how to install Ubuntu on your computer. This is like a really there was a huge gap between part 1 and part 2. Anyway, so once you have the Ubuntu disk, as you see 11.04, the one you bund to your DVD or your CD, you've that ready, then you need obviously the computer. So there are a few things you need to do on the computer once you get into the BIOS, and let's get into that right now. So turn on your computer. Boot up, and once your computer boots up, you'll see at the bottom here, press whatever to enter startup. So mine said F2, but I kind of missed it, so I'll do that again. Okay, my Mac is actually installed on this computer. So yeah, as you see the message at the bottom, so you have to quickly hit those keys that it's it. So I'll come back when I get to BIOS. So once you hit the key, you should get into BIOS like that. Depending on your hardware, it should usually be like bluish, more of a bluish theme with like green stuff. So you want to go over to this tab, the boot tab over here, BOT, over to that using the arrow keys. So get into the boot tab, and you want to change the boot order. So once you're in the boot, is actually you see CD/DVD. So it usually will be about, I think, the third in the list. So you need to move that up. Just read the instructions to the side. So mine says to press F5 and F6 to move up and down. So I already changed it at the top. So once you're done, go to exit, the tab exit over here, and go to exit saving changes. Click that, and this thing will come out. Choose yes. So once you do that, you turn on your computer and quickly insert the disk into your this hard disk drive and close it. Make sure you try to get it in before it starts booting up, and then you should hear a sound. I'm sure you got that, and it should start to boot up. So wait for it to boot from disk, and hold on. Right, you can see, as you can hear, it's starting up, and then it should be matched with a popular screen. And it should be this sign over there at the bottom, or like that. Alright, so you should have this popular screen, and just that. So once it's loaded, you should hear a sort of jingle, and Ubantu should pop up like that. So wait for it to load a couple of times. Sorry, not a couple of times. Wait for the bar to go up and down. At this point, you should be hearing soft jingles, if I'm not wrong. Unless it's just me and I'm hearing things. So yeah. Okay, I'll be back once it's finished. Alright, upon finishing loading, you should finishing the loading process, you should come to this screen. You should see a cursor already appear here, and there's like a little galaxy cool background thingy appear. Then your top bar, I'm not sure you can see it, the top bar should start to appear with the stop button, the power off button, the sound, and the Wi-Fi at the corner, and just a little grey bar there. So that means it's successfully started up, and then you should see this come up. Let's try to zoom in a bit and focus. Alright, so they give you a couple of options: try Ubantu, install Ubantu, and of course they give you your languages here. So of course I'm gonna install Ubantu. Of course you just try it out from the disk, but what's the point? So let's just click install Ubantu, and the loading thing should come up. So just wait for it. Next, they said, okay, for best results, let me just put it there. For best results, make sure it has at least 4.4 gig. So this computer has, I think, 250 gig of hard drive available, and Mac takes about 20 gig, so that should be enough for this. But the power source, as you can see, it's connected to a power source over here. Sorry for that. Ouch! Wow, that's really blurred. So yeah, power source. And it's connected to the internet. So this is not connected to the internet, and let me show you how to fix that. So you want to navigate to the top over there, the bar, the little Wi-Fi bar at the top here. So you hit on it, and once you click it, you should see that no wireless networks are connected. So you want to click edit connections, and then it'll bring up a window here. So click wireless, and it should start to scan for any internet available in your house. But okay, apparently my internet, I don't know what's wrong with the internet, so it obviously isn't working. So it's okay, you don't really need wireless right now. You can get it later on. So close it if you can't find your wireless, because the wireless drivers may not be installed for the computer or something. So it's okay if there's no internet connection. That's fine. So let's go to the next step. All this requires internet connection. So you can't get all of this. So we can get that later on when internet's connected. So click forward, and it'll still load again. So I'll be right back. Alright, so once it's finished loading, you should see this. You should come to this screen. It says allocate this space. Then it says this computer currently has macOS installed. What would you like to do? So if you want to keep your current OS, you click something else. But in this case, you actually need to create a partition first. And if you haven't created a partition yet, then you can click this, because the partition manager in Ubantu isn't exactly that great. So you can actually like partition stuff like macOS drives and stuff. So in this case, I'm just going to replace my entire macOS X with Ubantu and delete everything in macOS X. If you have Windows 7, it should say Windows 7, and yeah. However, just a side note, if you have Windows 7, you can actually use the partition manager inside Ubantu, but if you actually have Mac installed onto your computer already, you can't use the partition manager because the Ubantu partition manager does not support macOS X drive. So then, once you choose an option, click the forward button over here, and then here we go. So the entire disk will be used, yes, because so choose your drives. I only have one drive here, which is the 250 gig one, and the entire disk will be used for Ubuntu. Yes, and next. Install. So then you go here, click here, and click install now. So as you can see here, it says resizing partition, and then it'll start to load. So I'll be right back once it finishes loading, because it takes some time. As you can see, it's creating the file system, etc, etc. Now meanwhile, while this is loading, you might actually want to go up here and finish the rest of your business here. So first you have to type in the time. So I'm in Singapore, so let's type in. By the way, you'll notice that your keyboard works perfectly fine, and yeah, so Singapore time, Singapore here. Click forward, loading. Then choose your keyboard layout, so USA keyboard and USA keyboard. So here you can test out your keyboard, but like I said, everything works fine. Everything should everything should work. Oh my gosh, my typing should work just fine. Alright, so once it's okay, you selected all options, continue on with forward. Then here you want to type in your name and choose a username. So let's just type in admin, your computer's name. So let's just leave it at admin aspire 2972. Choose a username. Yeah, let's do admin. Choose a password. Choose a password. Fair password. Come on, it's quite a good password. Next, to confirm your password. I hate small keyboards. Alright, so like that. Login automatically. So on this one, you can actually choose either to log in automatically or just require my password to log in every time. So I'm not going to put much secure stuff with Ubantu, so I'm just going to log in automatically. Click forward. Come on, hit forward. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry. The username you entered is reserved for use by the system. Come on, seriously, fine. What shall we name it? Aspire. That. Okay, so must start with a lowercase letter. Seriously? Come on. Aspire. Or whatever, Azor, whatever. So hit forward again, and here you go. And then after this screen, you should see something like this. At this point, you can do nothing, as in you can just scroll through all the features by clicking the button to the side. Just click them to scroll through all the different features of Ubuntu. It's software center, photo editing, whatever. So yeah, at this point the thing will still be loading, as you can see. So I'm just gonna cut back when it's done. Be right back. Well, not really right back. It should take about 10 minutes, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so that took about let's say 7 to 10 minutes. So yeah, so once the installation is complete, you should see this cool box installation complete. Restart now. Now if you don't see this and you see some installation error or some error message, then there must have been some problem. It's either your hardware or whatever. But Ubuntu is very versatile. Usually doesn't have any hardware problems. But if there are, you can put it in the comment section below, and I shall try to answer them if I can. So yeah, just hit restart now. Now when you hit restart now, you might want to quickly take out your disk from this drive as soon as you hit restart now. Take out your disk from the disk drive, because you know, in your in your BIOS, the boot menu is set to booting from the disk first, so it might result in some error. So yeah, you just want to quickly take it out from your disk drive. So let's wait for it to restart, taking some time. Come on. So I'll be right back, because there seems to be some issue with the restart. Alright, so after it restarts, you should hear a little jingle. I kind of missed that. So anyway, once it restarts, you should be brought back into this awesome desktop, Ubuntu desktop, which means you have successfully installed Ubuntu. Yay, congratulations. So yeah, basically just this is Ubuntu. Well done. You've managed to successfully install Ubuntu, and it should work just fine. So Ubantu comes with the usual Firefox, yeah, okay, and in place of the Windows, PowerPoint, etc., we have the writer, the calculator, and the Impress. So Ubuntu software, this is quite cool. It allows you to connect with like Android devices and stuff. So yeah, Ubuntu One, Ubuntu Software Center, and stuff. Now, the problem just now we're talking about is the internet connection, which we didn't have early on. So let's try to fix that right now. As you can see, it says wireless networks, device not ready, firmware missing. Alright, so this is just a warning. In some of your computers, you might not be able to find the firmware for it. I'm sorry, Ubuntu might not be able to find the correct drivers for the firmware. So you might not be able to have Wi-Fi on Ubuntu. But you can actually, what you can do is just go to another computer, which I'm just going to do later on. Go to another computer, your friend's computer or whatever, or your parents' computer or whoever's computer, and try to find the right firmware or software for Ubantu for your computer. So you can search your computer's model, right? The Aspire something. Yes, search for your computer's model and search for Ubantu Wi-Fi software, and you should be able to find it quite easily. Then just plug it in and install it. So yeah, but don't worry. This Wi-Fi thing, I installed Ubuntu on like 4 computers: my mom's, mine, my dad's, and my mom's other computer. So they all worked fine except this computer. I'm not sure why. So yeah, I guess this is quite old computer, so I'm not sure why it didn't work for this one. But trust me, Ubuntu works on the Ubuntu firmware works on. Ubuntu Wi-Fi firmware works on most computers. I'm not sure. This is a strange case. Anyway, the other thing, you might also not have sound, but as you also might not have sound, so it should usually work. Your sound should usually work. Like, as you could, I'm not sure you really heard a couple of times just now, but there are a couple of jingles and stuff. So yeah, so your sound should work. If it doesn't, once again, go and find okay, thank you. So once again, go and find the correct firmware for it. On my other computer, I actually tried. There was no sound on it, but I managed to find some commands. You can just type it into. You can type into the command CMD or command prompt, or what's it called here? Terminal, is it, or whatever? Yeah, you can find it, and you just type it in, and you have sound. So yeah, there's some bugs within Ubuntu, but most of all, it's quite a cool, clean system. It's very different from Windows, and it just basically gives you a kind of new interface to play around with. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed watching my video, and have a nice day.